everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I don't know if I can talk properly. I don't want anything to fall off. In today's video, I am doing my first Halloween look of 2020. And you know what? With lockdown 2.0 impending, Halloween looks is what's going to get me through. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'm talking really weird. So my friend tagged me in a video last year. I think it was like after I'd filmed my Halloween content for the year, but she tagged me in a video by Giulianna Maria. I hope I've pronounced her name correctly, but she did this absolutely stunning mermaid skull. I'll post a picture here. It's basically this. And I so wanted to do it, but I had finished the content for the year. I had never seen anything like it. It's just so stunning, and I thought I want to recreate it, but obviously not completely copy it 100%, so I did half of it rather than doing the full face. This is a recreation. It is no way not my idea, not my own creation. Basically it's a bit of a selfish video because I really wanted to recreate it, so here we are. And I basically followed the tutorial. She does so many incredible looks, and I was watching her videos yesterday. I've never been able to do a skull correctly. This is the first time I've been able to actually do a skull, so I thank her for that. There's a video on her channel. It's a half-an-hour video, but I watched it yesterday where she goes in depth into how to do the skull, and it really helped me today. I hope you guys like it. I'm so excited for Halloween. I hope you guys are as well. Not that we can go out or really do anything. I don't know if we can or not, or what. If we're going out, we're staying home. Who knows what's going on, but I will be bringing you the Halloween looks. Don't you worry. This is the first of many, I hope. If you like this look, then please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe while you are there and whack that notification bell on, because I upload twice a week. I didn't actually last week just because, I don't know, it's just usually I upload twice a week, so you don't want to miss out on one of my uploads. I know it is October tomorrow, but I've got in early. I will leave a link to Giulianna's video down in the description down below, along with her socials and everything like that, so you can go and check her out for yourself. I really do recommend it because she is insane talented. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the tutorial.
Hello team. Okay, so priming with Ye Old Faithful, and then we are putting some foundation on and mixing these two together. She was saying that foundation works as a really good base for the shadows to stick to, which is a good tip. Best to not go straight on to your skin because it will slide around all over the shop. So using a white pencil, this is your best friend if you're going to do any Halloween or funky looks. Just get one. They're really good. So putting a line across my face, getting these tights on, you know, honestly, that was the biggest challenge of them all. So enjoy this for the next however long of the video. I look insane, but I'm getting these tights on my head, trying to make sure like that it looks like diamonds rather than squares, and on my forehead and my chin mainly, using this MUA palette, using the blue first, patting rather than swiping because I want to make sure that nothing moves. I don't want the tights to move. And then we're going in with some greens. It's so funny. I couldn't change my expression. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't blow the dust away from the shadow. So look at that palette. You can see what I'm doing. I'm using a different brush for every colour because I just didn't want them to get too blended and too muddy. Otherwise the colours would, just blend into a weird colour. So then we're moving on to the Tammy Makeup Revolution palette, using a purpley pink colour to then, just get those mermaid shades going. You can see what I'm doing, getting a good blend on and just filling in the gaps there. And then this is like a really old MUA blue. I've had it for years, but I'm just using that as like an extra colour to blend and blend, blend. And yes, that's what I'm doing, continuing to do that, taking it off, and I had to be super careful, and then in the end just went for it in one, like a plaster. Looked like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. So, and then I'm going to do the eyes, priming, and you see here, this is what I didn't want. On the cheek, it looks like squares rather than diamonds, so in the future, if I did this again, I would make sure that that was more diamond-like. But anyway, the eye isn't too crazy. I'm just doing like a purple smoky eye, and then blending the green, and then blending the greens around the outside so it blends into the face, and then blues in the outer corner. Oh my god, these two shades, this like tealy, bluey green on top of the purple, I am obsessed. I love it. So I'm doing that, adding some warmth to the crease, blending everything, and then adding like the darker blues in the outer corner, winging them out slightly, tight lining top and bottom waterline. Why have I got wrinkles under my eyes? Also me, it drags my eye down every time I put stuff in my waterline. I'm trying not to. Anyway, then using greens to continue to blend the eye, like the eye look into the face. Basically all the same colours under the eyes. It's really not anything revolutionary that I'm doing here. And then winging that out slightly, blending into my face, and I'm taking this, it's just basically pure glitter. It's incredible in the inner corner. And yeah, then I didn't really have a method here. I was just taking all of the colours under my neck, kind of blending them out a bit. But oh my goodness, my arm was aching so much. I don't know why. This is the most of an arm workout that I have done in a while. Anyway, right, we're preparing for the skull. I was nervous, but here we go. We've got the white pencil, and we're going to get the to be fair, where I thought that it was too many like squares on my face, I'm actually covering it with, yep, that's it, get nice and gaunt. I'm actually covering it with the skull, so it's not too bad. Once I've mapped out that shape, you can go by your cheekbone, which helps because we have a skull under there, people. So just go by your own skull. Yep, we've all got one. Okay, and then I was blending and also tried to take a little bit of that colour away because I wanted it not to blend too much into the teeth. And then using this special effects palette from Makeup Revolution, it's a bit grimy from last year. Haven't used it since, but I'm using this nice, fresh, unused purple for the teeth, mapping out the teeth shape here, and literally copied exactly how many she had. What I think is a really good detail is that I don't know which teeth it is. It's not the incisor, it's the, maybe it is one of them. It kind of goes up on a curve, which I think is a really nice detail, curves up to the jaw, and then I'm just doing the same on the bottom, lining over everything. There's lots of like back and forward, lining and then blending and then going over it. So I'm blending over with, I don't know if I had any additional product on here, but there's just lots of back and forth, and blending. As you can see, she's blending again. Then we're going into the black, doing the same again, going over all of it. And the more you build up the colours, it's going to have a much better blend, and that gradual blend and the depth you're going to get the more you kind of build and go back and forth. I filled in that like bit with blue, as you saw, and then for the teeth, starting to fill in the teeth with the same colours I used on the eyes. This is the bit that I always struggled with the most, trying to get it the most like realistic. I'm going with this gel liner if there was anything in there, or if it was dried up or not. It wasn't, it's okay. Going over everything again, you're going to get that real like depth of field, not that it's depth of field, but you know what I mean, if you keep going back and forwards. So going over everything again and then blending. Make sure that you don't miss the like putting the black in your mouth as well, because obviously, yeah, you've drawn the line along the whole, all of the teeth. Make sure you do it on your actual lips as well. This colour here, I think I regret doing this because I think it looks a bit like the mask when I put that green on, so probably wouldn't do that again. Then I went back in with more black and blue just to really like get that deep, like hollow, sunken cheek look. And this is where I think it started to come to life. So I'm using the shape of the brush to get the shape of the teeth. So you can see it's like a teardrop shape. Basically the opposite end to the root, you want to be wider than the root. So the root needs to be like a teardrop shape. So I'm using the brush to mimic that. And then you want the lighter colour to be, which I'm going to do now where I'm highlighting, using both of these for that. You want that highlighting shade to be at the tip of the tooth. Does that make sense? Anyway, and then I added a few like hidden by the shadows teeth, and then I thought I would just kind of like darken up a couple of the teeth in the back just so that you get that gradient, and have the ones at the front more highlighted so that it looks like real teeth, you know? Nice. Okay, so I'm continuing to work on the teeth here. Don't really know what I did there. A little bit of a blend, and went over all the lines again because, you know, why not? Oh, and I took an eyeliner this time to go over it all again. It's a lot of back and forth, okay? It's a lot of back and forth. Okay, now onto the nose, and taking the pinky purpley shade, just have that as our base, and then dragging that up a little bit, and then onto, well, just use a bit of the mask colour again, which I shouldn't have done. Blue, my shiny blue this time, shiny, shimmery, you know, on the tip, so there, and then we are using some black, just kind of to add definition, blending, all that jazz, you know we love it, and then just highlighting the tip of the nose with the same highlighter again. And now we did brows. I didn't really show you the brow product, but it's the same that I always use, the Technics one. Brows are done, and then we are basically I'm just going to set it slightly. I know it's shadows, but I just didn't want it to go too creased or too shiny. Anyways, put a little bit of a line on to the eyes, and then went over it with black because I didn't want it to be like too glamorous. Did some of my touch-ups, and then went in with the green just to highlight the brow bone, which was a lovely job. And then I'm highlighting certain squares, which is exactly what she did. I don't really know what that was for. Did a little highlight on top, and then here is what I'm using for the eyes. I love these lashes, and you know we love this bit. Bam, I just adore it. It's just seamless, isn't it? Seamless. I was going to use these for my video shoot recently, but I didn't, and I thought I'd save them for a Halloween look, so there we are. Now onto gems. I got all of these off of Amazon, crazy cheap, we love it. Don't look at how grubby my tweezer candle is, okay? It's not dirt, it's just old lash glue, I think, or whatever. Anyway, so I'm basically was trying to tell you that I'm going from big to small, and the mirror got in the way of this for most of it, but I'm just going to show you very, very quickly. I'm using lash glue as well for the adhesive, and oh my goodness, it saves like so much time doing that, but I just also did the rest of it off camera because takes forever. Even though it saves time, it still takes forever. But you can see what I did. Kind of started, I put 4 on the bottom, did a bit of like a gradual gradient, and then had 3 on the top, and then added some gems to the highlighted bits on the cheek as well, the bigger ones on the inside and then the smaller ones on the outside. And yeah, you can play around with gems here, I love it. And then did the same on the forehead, just in like a half diamond shape. And yeah, this is that side of the face done, and I'm so obsessed with how it turned out. So now for the like regular side of the face, I'm not really going to show you too much because I didn't want this video to be 7 years long, but you know, just contouring, blush, highlight, you know, all that jazz, bronzer, etc, etc. Set it all into place when I had done my base. And then for the eye, I just did just basically blended some browns together, put on a nude lip. Really not revolutionary, as I said already, but yeah. Then I thought I would just deepen up the eyebrow slightly because hers is darker than mine, and also you kind of need it to be a little bit darker. And I did put some colour into the ears. You don't see it in this next clip, but you did in the first ones and then in the pictures as well, just because I just saw a little pink ear sticking out and it wasn't really the one. This is the final look. I'm absolutely obsessed. I remember when I saw it last year, I thought I could never, and here we are now a year on, so I hope you like it, and I'll let Chatty Hannah take over.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. As always, subscribe and whack that notification bell on. You know the drill by now. You know the drill. I'm so excited for Halloween this year. Well, I don't know. I feel like Halloween is kind of bringing some normality to the year. And then it's my birthday the next day. I don't know what's going on there either. It's all a bit weird this year, isn't it? But anyway, this is keeping me going. And I hope I can entertain you guys at the same time with this kind of... I feel like I look like a lizard. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, wear a mask, keep your nose in your mask, wash your grubby little hands, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.